So after we finish talking about the static walk around of the XPeng X9 super extended range, a lot of people have been asking about the upgrades you feel when you actually drive it, like smart driving, energy consumption, and range. Alright, next I'm going to share my real driving impressions from a few angles: smart driving, cabin quietness, energy use, and handling. Let's start with the smart driving. On the extended range X9, the chip setup is now aligned with the new G7 and P7. They all came with 3 Turing AI chips, with effective computing power reaching 2250 TOPS. This time, I also tested how XNGP performs on the extended range X9 and real driving. During the test drive, it handled basic scenarios very naturally. Normal bypass moves were super smooth, and even when it ran into some pretty random bypass situations, it still got through. For example, on this ramp, we ran into a Tesla that took the wrong road and was trying to turn back. With XNGP on, the X9 smoothly bypassed and passed. We also ran into some higher difficulty oncoming situations. On the right, there was a temporarily stopped car, and on the left, there were 2 oncoming cars in a row. After waiting for both oncoming cars to pass, the X9 also completed the bypass smoothly. Also, I tried a human machine co-driving feature that wasn't on the pure EV X9 when I test drove it before. I've heard it will also be delivered via OTA to pure EV version users in September, and honestly, this feature is really useful. For example, here we ran into a motorcycle on the right. To pass quickly, I manually took over and overtook. The whole time, the smart driving system didn't fight me for the steering at all. And once I relaxed my hands and eased off the escalator, the car automatically switched back into smart driving. The handoff was super smooth. While driving, I also got to try the AI chassis that comes standard on other XPeng models. When the SR screen shows the chassis area in red, it means the road section you're on is bumpy. At the same time, a message pops up at the bottom saying the intelligent chassis adjustment is in progress. And at that moment, the chassis is already actively adjusting its softness and stiffness to deal with the rough road. This system really does deserve the nickname Magic Carpet Suspension. One thing worth mentioning, this extended range version also adds a HUD head-up display. It comes with a 21-inch WHUD, the largest in its class, and the display is very clear. Besides a basic info like the map, speed, driving duration, and arrival time, it can also show things like turn signal status and driving reminders. Super practical. Now let's talk NVH. The extended range X9 feels just as quiet as the pure EV version. It's only when you go above 100 km per hour that you start to notice more obvious wind noise around the A-pillar area. We also did real measurements on the highway in pure EV mode. At 60, 55 to 56 dB, at 100, 59 to 60 dB, at 120, 63 to 64 dB, and in extended range mode, which a lot of people care about, at 100, 61 to 62 dB, at 120, 62 to 63 dB. From the numbers, you can clearly see the noise difference between the two modes is very small. Official test data also shows that when the range extender kicks in, noise only increases by 0.5 dB, so it's really quiet. My personal feeling is you only notice a slight change when the range extender is idling. Once the speed comes up, you basically don't feel it anymore. Now for energy consumption, we focus our testing on what everyone cares about most: fuel use and forced extended range mode. The test road was 52 minutes total, about 30% on the highway and 70% on the national road. The AC was set to 24 degrees Celsius on auto. We drove in comfort mode. There were 4 people in the car. After converting the result, the fuel consumption comes out to around 7 liters per 100 kilometers. Are you happy with that energy consumption performance? Last, let's talk about handling the X9 extended range version. Before this, a lot of people worried that after adding parts like the fuel tank, range extender, and exhaust system, the car might cancel rear wheel steering. But the extended range version still keeps it. On the test drive day, we did a figure 8 course. The figure 8 wasn't big, but the X9 still went through it very easily. The handling agility didn't take a hit. So after the dynamic drive of the XPeng X9 super extended range, 3 things impressed me the most. 1. Excellent energy consumption control and NVH performance and extended range mode. 2. The agility of handling is not affected. 3. The smart driver assistance is still stable and easy to use. Alright, that's it for my XPeng X9 Super Extended Range Experience share. See you in the next video. Bye!